Okay. For those of you who are not familiar with my readings, I'm going to explain a little bit about how they go. The partner's energy is on this side, your energy is on this side, the energy of the connection is in the middle. Now, when I'm saying partner in these readings, it does not have to be a committed partner or someone you're in a committed relationship with. I'm talking about who you're talking about. Okay, so it's just whoever you're coming to this reading about, whatever connection or relationship you're coming to this reading about. These readings do work with moon, sun, and rising signs. They're divinely inspired. You can use them all kinds of different ways. You can go through and listen to your own sun, moon, and rising from your perspective, and then the partner's over here. And then you could do the same for your partner with their sun, moon, and rising, even if you have air as a sun sign and they have air as a moon sign. You'll still gather information. Okay, so these can be used in a variety of ways. um, it's however you want to use them, whatever you're inquiring about, however you need it to be. So yeah, so that's that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, water signs, and get started with the reading. For the partner's energy, we have giving and receiving, spread your wings, win or lose. For you, we have trust, strengthening bonds, and master. For the energy of the connection, we have we're crowned with teach. They're sending towards you, rebuild. You're sending towards them, feeling alone. And the overall energy for the month is control. Okay. I just really get a strong energy that this month is about you both learning to surrender. You both learning to see things from a higher perspective and getting away from wanting to control things, wanting to control how things go. Even getting away from manipulation, which manipulation is nothing more than seeking to control. You're doing things in a certain way in order to control. Um, because a lot of times control is how we've learned to feel safe. But we have to understand that to have the love of our dreams and the type of love that we truly desire, the most purest, true form of love, um, there is no safety. Your safety is in yourself, okay? So you have to feel safe within yourself. You can't look for someone else to make you feel safe. You have to kind of leap. In true love, there's only free falling. I'm getting this energy of like both people kind of wanting to know everything so that they can feel safe. And it's like this is about learning how to surrender. Learning how to trust love, trust yourself. And that's the reason things are kind of going the way that they're going for the month of June. They're going that way to bring that about. When I look at the energy of the partner, this person is kind of wanting a stable giving and receiving. It's like I'm getting that they're wanting things to be stable in the physical realm. Like they're wanting in their everyday life. They're really wanting things to be stable. You know, they're really about stability. Maybe a little bit of a serious type of energy. A person who's not really trying to play games. They want things to kind of, they don't want things to be all over the place. One way, 1 minute, another way the next. They really want a stable type of foundation that they can see. They do want things to be reciprocal, where there's giving and receiving. Yeah, because that's what they feel like is stable. They want things, they want to be responsible. They want things balanced. And I'm getting that if they don't feel that, they're wanting to walk away. Like that's kind of how they are. It's like if they don't feel that things are stable and balanced, or if it's too much irresponsibility, that makes them want to walk away. They like a balanced giving and receiving. And I'm getting that this person could be kind of moving away from you a little bit. And it's kind of like you may be wanting to chase them or go in towards them. Because it's like they're still holding on to the love. But they're sending a clear message. That's what I'm getting. They're sending you a message at this time. They're sending you a clear message. And it's like this message is kind of like, I'm not playing games here. I want something stable. I want something balanced. You know, I'm not into all this irresponsibility. Or, 1 minute things are one way, the next minute they're the next. They want something, solid, and they're willing to walk away. And they're kind of sending you this clear message, but I'm getting that is that this may be a little bit of manipulation on their part, because it's kind of like they're doing that. They want to pull you more towards what it is that they want you to do. That's what I'm getting. They're wanting to get you to kind of do things a little bit more the way they want you to do them. And that could be what this, if you feel this energy of them moving away or not being there or kind of walking away, or even if they've done it, there is some manipulation there. And like I said, that's what this month is about learning to really surrender and learn to not try to control things. So this person is doing things in this way, thinking that it might get you to be a little more how they want you to be, or do what it is they want you to do. They want you to come their way. Okay? That's for sure. They want you to come their way. But they want it to be in a more reciprocal energy. That's what they're wanting. They're wanting you to come their way in a balanced way. They want to be given more. They're wanting you to be giving more to them in some way. That's what this is about. And I'm not getting that they don't want to give, like this is them just wanting to receive. They do want to give. They want it to be stable. Yeah, and see what it really is with them, with this energy, it's not that they're wanting to be manipulative. They have a sensitivity around this issue, around this giving and receiving and this reciprocal type of energy. They have a sensitive spot there. You know, it's almost like they have a wound there, and so they're wanting that, they're needing that because of that wound, or because of that sensitivity that they have when it comes to that. It's something that, in, you know, maybe like in their past, that they've gone through, where it's like it could be that they felt played or something in the past. So they're trying to avoid that, and they want to make sure you're giving enough or you're there enough. For some, it could be, you know, something like a pattern that they've developed in the past that helps them kind of protect themselves in some way, you know, but underneath it, there's a wound there. There's a sensitivity that they have in relation to reciprocity and the giving and receiving. And so that's what's making them do this. That's why they're walking away, this sensitivity that they have to that issue. So I'm getting that this person is kind of dualistic when it comes to them being open and really walking this path. It's like because of this sensitivity and this issue of wanting this reciprocity of giving and receiving and feeling like they're getting what they you know, they're being given enough, because of this sensitivity and this wound that they have around that, it's keeping them in a dualistic mind state, like where they can't really just follow their spirit, even though they want to walk this path. They want to get to the light at the end of the tunnel. They want to, you know, open their arms to you fully. They're struggling because of this sensitivity, this wound that they have from their past, and it makes them dualistic. It makes them think in two ways. It's like I should, no I shouldn't. It's like this sensitivity brings up a thought process that stops them when they want to go forward, or when they're wanting to, you know, really walk this path. It's like they can't, they're not free to just spread their wings and go for it. This sensitivity kind of blocks them from really going for it like they want to. And it's all based on what they feel they need to be given. It's like they're trying to get that, get some type of need met. You know, it makes them manipulative in that way. Not intentionally, but and so they're kind of feeling stuck. That's what I'm getting. They're feeling stuck because they don't feel free to kind of just spread their wings and really go for it. They're focused on you. They're spending a lot of time thinking about you. But and their intuition is telling them to just fly, to just go for it. But they can't, they're struggling with being able to listen to that because of what they don't feel that they're getting. Um, and it stops them. It's like it stops them dead in their tracks, and it paralyzes them from being able to just go with what their intuition is telling them. And so it's like it's about divine timing here, because it's like, and the divine timing is them when they are able to free themselves and get past this sensitivity of you know, feeling like things need to be balanced, like they need to feel like there's this equal level of effort. um which the thing about that is that's not unconditional love. Okay, there's a condition on the love, there's an expectation, there's a need, when really you want to just be free within yourself to just go do what you want to do, and what makes you, how do you really feel about it. Like if you didn't have this sensitivity and this wound, of something that happened in the past, or what maybe people say you should do. What would you want to do? What would be your truth? You know, and that's kind of where they're stuck. Yeah, they can't make a decision. They're having a hard time. They feel like this path is bumpy. They're having a hard time choosing. They may be having a hard time choosing you fully within themselves, where they're completely, you know, ready to fly and soar with you. And it's based on this, like I said, this issue. They're wanting to get what it is that they want to satisfy this sensitive issue that they feel within themselves, without having to free themselves all on their own. They're wanting you to kind of free them. Yeah. And this is due to, there's still some growth that has to occur within them. They still have to grow. They still have to grow enough to be able to make the decisions that they want to make for themselves on their own. They have to free themselves. This limitation that they may be feeling because they're feeling like they're waiting for something from you is a limitation that really exists within them. They're not stopped just because you're not doing, you know, you're not giving them what they feel they should get before they feel that this, you know, they can judge the situation as balanced. Like, all of this is beliefs and thought processes in their own mind. And it's like they have to grow enough to let the fire in their heart guide them, and trust that, trust their heart and what's growing from their heart, and just make decisions based on that. And so it's just divine timing. They're going to grow out of it when they grow out of it. They can't control and manipulate to get around that growth, because it is hard when we have these sensitivities and wounds. You know, it's hard to do that. It's hard to overcome that. But soul connections require us to go beyond, above and beyond, within ourselves. It's really for us. We feel like we're losing something, or we're giving away too much, or we're doing too much for this other person. But it's really for us. It's for our own growth and freedom, for us to be able to spread our own wings and fly. And that's what we have to see. So this person is feeling like they may be at a point where they don't know. It's like they don't know if they're gonna win or lose. It's like, I'm getting in their mind, there's like this battle going on where it's like, it's really about their freedom. If they're going to be free within themselves and fly and soar and leap and trust their heart and let the fire within their heart guide them, or not. Okay, so whether if they are or if they aren't is determining if they're going to win or lose in this situation. And I'm getting that they can sense that there's some type of winning or losing. Like, am I going to win here? Or am I going to lose? You know, am I going to accomplish this or not? And they're trying to figure out how to win, because they do feel a sense of urgency. They do feel like this is the time. Like, they're either going to do it now or they're not going to do it. And it's either they're going to stop being stubborn or they're not. Like, I'm getting this person could be kind of stubborn. And they're not used to moving. You know, they move how they want to move. They're not used to having, you know, they're used to control. They're used to being in control. They're not used to really moving at anybody else's or any other, you know, they move in their own rhythm, and that's the way they like it to be. So they're trying to decide what they're going to do. This is really about if they're going to overcome their stubbornness and break free or not. You know, what decision are they going to make? What should they do? Should they go against this pattern of belief and what they thought was right and what they thought they were supposed to get, or how a person was supposed to be worthy of this, or whatever it is in their mind. It's like, are they going to get past that or not? Yeah, are they going to be able to just flow with the energies and where the universe is taking them? Because they're being guided in a way that is not the normal process of the way, you know, they think things should go. And it's kind of like, are you going to just flow with what your heart is telling you and the fire within your heart? Are you going to grow and expand beyond this rigid, stubborn place that you've been in? Or are you going to, you know, lose everything just to maintain your position or to uphold this standard? Because I'm kind of getting like, for them upholding this standard, they're betraying themselves just to uphold a standard, because that's just how stubborn they are. This person may have a hard time just going with the flow. They're used to being in control. They're the type of person, you know, it's almost like this energy. They're the type of person that like to run shit. You know what I mean? Like that type of energy is what I'm getting. And they're not, like I said, they're not, it's not that they're a bad person. It's a sensitivity. It's a wound that they have from something in the past that makes them feel that they need to be this way. This is how they survive. This is how they protect themselves. This is how, you know, that's what they think they're doing. That's all they know. So it's time for them to grow out of this. This person may be a person who's been more in their head space than in their heart space. And they have to learn to navigate the fire in the heart. Okay, so there's definitely growth for this person where they're able to just kind of flow. And I'm getting that for you, water sign, you're kind of in a place where you're wanting to leap towards this. You know, you start off kind of in this space before creation. It's like this space before it all happens. Just this open, empty space. You know, you're not holding any. It's like you're not being really rigid in the beginning of the month. You're trying to be trusting and open. Like, you're thinking about being trusting and open and just leaping into nothingness, free falling, you know, diving into the unknown, unafraid, breaking out of fear and just being able to leap. But you're having some issues with replaying some events within this relationship or connection from the past. It's like you might be holding back a bit and not wanting to fully leap into this unknown space because you remember what was, you know, it's something that you felt you couldn't trust this person about before. Something that they did, or some type of interaction, or something that happened in the past. You registered as, I can't fully trust you. So that is where, you know, that's kind of the issue for you. It's this whole trusting thing. And it's like you're trying to get to a place of completion with that, where you're letting go. You know, you would have to really let go of what happened in the past to be able to be open to leap and trust. And see, a part of what this other partner is feeling, they have their own things that they need to work out. But part of what they're feeling is because of you. I mean, because of them picking up on some of your energy. Your energies are kind of interacting with each other in this way. I'm getting something that's happening here, okay? Because you're both responding to each other's energies when it comes to this. So you're looking at the past and how things went in the past, the way things happened, and not trusting them. Not really being fully open and leaping into the unknown. You want to know. So you're controlling too, because in some way it's like you want to know. You know, you don't want to just leap. You want to know. Because they did this in the past, and you know, this in the past said that you couldn't trust them. But you're responding to what you're not realizing is those interactions and the things that happened in the past that you feel you can't trust them with, they were never about who the person was. This was about their sensitivities, their wounding. Okay, this was about a pain that they had, of not really being given what they felt that they needed. And this was something that they needed to give themselves, but they haven't come fully into that awareness. So it's kind of like you were, that energy you saw from them of trying to get from you without having to, they want to give, it's not about that, but they want more from you, and them wanting that was based on a wound or hurt that they carried. It was never about them being untrustworthy. That's not who they are. And so, but the thing is, you not being open and trusting them is actually impacting their sensitivity. That's the exact wounding. That's the exact place where it hurts for them. Where it's like, that is what makes them want to walk away. That's what makes them keep the wall up. Because they have some type of wounding that they don't want to leap into anyone or fully fully jump into anyone that is not fully open and trusting them. That, so it's like these these things kind of play off of each other. The energies are playing off of each other. It's like exactly the way you're being with each other is causing you both to not get what you want. So it's like a little cycle here, like a stalemate that's kind of happening where you're both not getting what you want because you both, have a certain position that you're standing in, that's feeding off of the position the other person is standing in. And you both have that. So for you, it's kind of like you're wanting to grow, though. It's like you're wanting to have it all. You're wanting to grow. You're wanting to expand beyond this place where you're able to leap. You're really wanting it. There is this still looking back and analyzing these past experiences and interactions and what happened before, but you've grown a lot and you're in a stronger place where you're connecting more things. That's what I'm getting. You're connecting more things in your life, and you're seeing how one thing is related to another thing is related to another thing. So you're getting more connected within yourself, and that's kind of helping you to want to kind of overcome that energy. So you're getting some patience. That's what I'm getting. You're being patient. You're learning to be patient, to be more patient. And in some ways, you're feeling more grounded and solid within your own individuality. It's kind of like you're being patient. You're realizing, okay, we're different. We handle things in different ways. And it's not really bugging you so much. It's like you can still stop and smell the roses. You can still see the good. Like you're trying to get out of just being able to only see the bad. Because you're different, or because you guys handle things different, so you only think negative. Yeah, you're seeing a new perspective. You're looking at things in a new way. You are getting more grounded and able to step out of your emotions, because I'm getting you may have taken this person's behavior personally in the past, and you're connecting the dots more. You're connecting more within yourself. So you're realizing how everything isn't really about you or about it being personal towards you. People are just different. They have their own way of handling things. So you're not getting overly emotional about it where it's touching you like it used to. You're able to see things from a bigger perspective and kind of step back and look at what really is. It's like you're getting more emotional intelligence. Like you're emotionally more intelligent than you used to be. Okay, so it's like you're seeing more of yourself in the situation. You're just you're just in a better space when it comes to that. So mentally, you're ready to move forward. It's kind of like you're ready to move on. In your mind, you know, you're ready to move on from the old ways of thinking that kept you stuck. You know, the impatience, the taking things personal that they do, you know, you're wanting to go deeper. You're wanting to get past not being able to trust, holding on to the past, not being able to forgive, things like that. It's kind of like you really have a strong energy of just wanting to overcome a hurdle in your mind, or wanting to overcome this stuck place in your mind where you couldn't get forward because you were constantly looking back at what happened before. And I'm just getting an energy like you're getting kind of fed up with that. Yeah, it's like you're trying to get out of this black and white. Like you're having to move forward from this black and white type of energy. I'm getting that that is still being worked out within you, where it's like you kind of have this black or white way of seeing things, where it's like it's either this or it's that. If they're doing this, it means that. And it's like you're ready, though, to move forward beyond that and see things from a higher perspective. You're open to that now. So you're allowing that in. Even though the picture may not have come fully into focus, you're moving in that direction. It's starting to happen for you. You're thinking about getting more, you're wanting to get more stable, and not be so afraid to love and open your heart. It's like you're wanting to come out of this cage. You're coming into some type of awareness of some way that you've kind of been encaged or in your own internal prison, where you kept your heart, you kept yourself, your truth, your authenticity behind bars. It's like you're seeing that now. You're looking at that, and you want to touch that. It's like you're wanting to touch things within yourself that previously you didn't want to touch. Like maybe in the past you didn't want to deal with it. It was the kind of stuff where you're like, you know what, I don't even want to fuck with that. Like that type of energy. Like I don't even want to deal with it. Maybe you wanted to distract yourself, focus elsewhere. You didn't want to look at that part of yourself or what you really felt inside. You didn't want to go there. Now it's like you're getting more stable. You're coming into some awarenesses and new information that's helping you get more stable within yourself, where it's like you want to start touching those things. You want to master yourself. And you want to break free. You don't want to be in any internal chains. It's like you want to get out of an internal prison, whether it's in your mind, within your emotions, within, you know, in any way. And you're really figuring out creative ways and trying to think. You're a think outside the box kind of person, and it's like you're trying to think outside the box and figure out ways to bring that about for your freedom. It's like you're really creatively thinking about how you want to be more free within yourself. It's like you want to break loose. You want to move on from stale, stagnant energies. You want to grow. You want to break free. And you're creatively thinking about how you picture that. What do you picture that looking like? How do you want to bring it about? And you're really creative in what you come up with. You're thinking outside the box. And that is a victory for you. You're feeling really victorious by the end of the month, because it's like you're finally seeing ways to think outside the box and figuring out and picturing for yourself what freedom really looks like for you. And so that definitely feels like a victory to you. By the end of the month, you're ready to open up. You're ready to accomplish this victory of being open. That would be the victory for you, because in a lot of ways you've had certain parts of yourself closed off. You've had parts of yourself in a cage, in a prison, that you didn't want to let out in order to protect yourself. And you may have distracted yourself from it in the past and not really wanted to face how closed off you were, or how not in touch with your heart you really were. And you're getting beyond that. It's like you're ready to grow beyond that. You're ready to get emotional. You're ready to let the sun shine. You're ready to embrace your emotions. It's like you want freedom. You want freedom. And you're getting towards a victory in that. So the thing for you is really opening up. That's where you have to stop controlling. That's where you have to learn to surrender and open up. And they have to surrender and go with the flow, and not with how they think things should be before they can go with the flow. And you need to be able to not see things as black and white, and break free within yourself and realize that your prison is one of your own making. Now, when I look at the energy of the connection itself, it's like they're learning to rebuild their foundation within themselves. They're getting some new emotional intelligence, where they're learning how to repair what was broken within them and the faulty foundation that caused them to have these sensitivities and wounds. It's like they're growing their wings. Yeah, they're growing their wings to be able to be this really nurturing, loving person that they are. I'm getting that this person is a really tender, gentle, loving, soft. They're very nurturing. They can heal the broken. They're a healer. This person is a healer. Yeah, this person is a healer, but they haven't been able to express themselves authentically because of these sensitivities and this wounding that they have within themselves. And they haven't really been able to express themselves authentically, which is where they are able to heal people. That's how they heal people, when they're able to express themselves authentically. And they're learning to rebuild that foundation that was broken within themselves by this wound, this trauma or something that they experienced that threw them off course. And then for you, it's like you're going to have to learn how to get to the other side on your own, to not feel like you always need somebody to bridge this gap for you, but for you to find the freedom within yourself. For you to be flexible and expand on your own, for you to change on your own, for you to take that journey on your own and hold that light within your hand on your own without needing someone else to bridge that gap for you or be there for you in order for you to open up. It's like, be there for yourself. Love yourself enough to open up. Do it for yourself. Right. And so this is about, the way that you've seen yourself and not seeing yourself as worthy of your freedom or capable of your freedom on your own, not seeing your own power, who you really are, what you can really do for yourself, and not seeing how this mask is the reason you felt alone. It was not that other people weren't there and nobody was there trying to bridge this gap for you. You weren't there for you. Because that mask is what made you, is what created that really alone feeling where you felt like you couldn't really branch out. It's the mask that makes you feel alone. Because you can't feel connected if you're wearing a mask. Because anything that anybody connects to with you isn't the real you. So even if they feel connected, they're connected to something that's not the real you. So you're going to still feel alone. You're never going to get that feeling met until you have this victory within yourself. Because even if they feel connected, you can't feel connected because they're connected to the mask. You only get to feel connected when you let somebody connect to the true, to the true you, without the mask, because the mask, it's like you kind of maybe play this role or play along or, kind of seem like you don't care when you do. But it's a way that you've protected yourself from having to look at some of the true things that you really felt inside. And that is the reason you felt alone and maybe even abandoned, or like you couldn't get to the other side, or, that's what it was. It was your own mask. Now let's pull a card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. So things are happening this month for a reason. You know, these are the things you both need to see. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. Yes. So you both need to make the effort. Make the effort to do this authentically and not control it. They need to make the effort to follow the fire within their heart and make the decision based on that. To just flow with the energies as they're coming without this rigidness from their own wounding and sensitivities. They need to make the effort to overcome that so they can take the steps they're guided to take. And then I'm getting that you're needing to make the effort to overcome this obstacle within yourself, this hurdle within yourself, so that you're able to take the steps you're guided to take. You know, but this situation is worth the effort. That's what I'm getting. This situation is worth the effort. Now I'm going to look at what is really blocking you two. What is the biggest thing that's in the way of this situation right now? What's really in the way? What is the biggest thing that's going to help this connection move forward? What is really in the way here? What is the biggest issue at this time for the month of June that's really in the way that has to be overcome or dealt with? no, I just got a message. If you're waiting for your dreams come true, you're the one who's supposed to be creating that dream come true. Sitting back waiting, ain't nothing coming, because you're supposed to be creating that dream come true by leaping off into the unknown, stepping out there into new territory. It's time for new territory, new waters, new grounds. In that space of the unknown, in that newness, in that space that you're not familiar with, that you don't know nothing about, that's the space where you hold everything in your hands. That's where you create, your dreams and what you really want. So it's kind of like, get out of opening up the past and reliving the past and the memories and what you think you know. And it's like you have to get out into that unknown if you want to make your dreams come true. If you want what you say you want, you're supposed to be creating it by getting into that new space of being open in a new way. For the partner, getting into that space of flowing and just going with the flow more. Getting past those sensitivities. That's how you create it. The biggest thing here is not being patient. Not being patient and allowing things to go the way that they need to go. Everybody kind of has an idea of how things should go, and they're not seeing the true path to making their dreams come true. That's the issue. They're not seeing the path as it really is. They're not seeing that the path to making this come true is out there in the unknown. It's not out there in the blueprint of this goes this way, and this is how we should do things, and this is the role that I play, and the man does this, and the woman does that. And if they loved me, they would do this. And if this is a new path. This has to be a path of following yourself within, what you feel within, which is the unknown. Because when you follow what you feel within, and you step out there and you open up and you overcome this hurdle within yourself, you don't know where that's leading you. You don't know what's going to happen with that. So it's unknown. But that's the path to your dreams coming true if you'll just see it. And then for the partner, it's about stepping out there in that unknown. Like, what if you didn't protect this wound and try to prevent yourself from being hurt or from feeling this pain or whatever that you have in your past, and this sensitivity that you have around if a person is not giving you XYZ, then that means this. You're not seeing that. It's in the unknown of just following the fire of your heart. You don't get to know none of that. Yep, you don't get to know none of that. You don't get to know what's going to happen. And, you don't get to measure things up to your measuring stick so that you know, so then that you can be in the know and feel safe in proceeding. You don't get that. You don't get to have that. It's going to be in that unknown where you don't know, and you're just having to follow the flames of your heart to the fruition of your dreams coming true and the manifestation of your dreams coming true. Okay? So that's what it is for the both of you right now. Now, I would say, you guys, this coming up Sunday is the show on understanding the twin flame dynamic. The information for that is going to be below. I really recommend that you listen in. It's going to be live. It's like internet radio, podcast, however you want to whatever you want to call it. We're going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing that on Sunday, and I'm going to really get deep into some things. So if you're really wanting to understand some more things about manifesting true love in your life, or the twin flame journey, and all of that, I highly recommend that you be there listening in on Sunday. And the information is going to be in the description box, because you're going to get what you need. This is going to be a breakthrough for a lot of people. This is going to be life-changing for a lot of people. And this single-handedly can help a lot of people get into the union that they want. Oh, give me just a second here. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. Somebody calling my tablet. And it's really going to help you get there. So I highly, highly recommend it. I also recommend joining the Divine Tarot Love Club, because I'm going to be guiding people through there. This is really about people, if you're really tired of being on a cycle in relationships, you're tired of really not understanding what it's all about. You're wanting more. It's like you're wanting to leave this part of your life behind, of struggling in love and relationships, not feeling happy within yourself, not feeling whole within yourself. If you're just really fed up, then you should definitely look into, my work beyond these readings, okay? Which is like the radio show. If you can't do, or either just on Patreon and joining the Divine Tarot Love Club. You'll get more help there. I just recommend in any way that if you're wanting to get free, if you're really wanting to, if you're serious about manifesting true love in your life and you're sick of the bullshit, then I'm definitely a good resource, okay, for that. And if you feel intuitively led to join the Divine Tarot Love Club, do it, okay? I just started it, so we haven't even gotten rocking and rolling on there yet. Like, I have major things that are going to be happening with that. And then you get readings. You'll get readings on there anyway, for depending on which, level of pledging you do. But even for $1, you get a monthly twin flame reading that provides a lot of clarity. Okay, so I highly recommend that, guys. I really do. If you feel intuitively led, go join Patreon. Just do it. Follow your intuition and do it. Okay, and then I really hope to see you guys for the radio show this Sunday. I really hope a lot of you will tune in and listen in. At the end, I will be taking calls where we can address some things that people want to address directly. You will be given that opportunity. And it's just going to be a really amazing time, a transformative time. I mean, if you've really been going through it in love and relationships, I don't care if you have something else to do, it would be worth canceling and being there. It's really going to be that. A lot of the information is not information that a lot of you have heard already. Some of it maybe, but it's going to be some new things to really help people get free, okay? So I hope to see you there. Much love and light to all of you. Have a fabulous June.